Hey, it's Lauren Ohayon, and today I am talking about the connection between slouching and a prolapse. As many of you might know, my approach to healing from core and pelvic floor dysfunctions is that we are not spot treating. So I am looking at the entire body and how the body is organized. I'm looking at the blind spots, the compensations, and what is leading to these issues being more symptomatic and problematic. One of the biggest elements that we are looking at when we're talking about a prolapse is what is causing the organs to be pushed deeper into the vaginal canal, into the vaginal area, into the pelvis, right? So we're really talking about pressure in the core and pressure in the pelvic floor, which is pushing everything down. If we can look at the different elements to eliminate all of that pressure, then the pelvic floor organs can have the space to move back to where they were. One of the things that happens is slouching. So with slouching, and you can try it in your own body and it's pretty obvious to see, but when you slouch, you decrease the amount of space your body has. And so if I'm squeezing my torso from the top and I'm squeezing everything down, I am then pushing forward from my organs are pushing downward. You can see it in the ball. If I squeeze the top, then the bottom bulges and the front bulges and the bottom bulges. A lot of my clients do not look like this, right? But they are still slouching. Slouching can very easily be disguised by doing this. Watch, this is a slouch, but I haven't resolved the tension that causes this when I throw my body up. I've just taken another part of my spine and shoved it forward to get my body up. I'm not gonna go through a whole exploration of that in the body, but I can tell you, I assess a lot of my pelvic floor clients for what I call upper body mobility. And what I see in a lot of them is even if they stand in this perfect posture, stand up straight and everything like that, what's happening in their upper body is very, very little mobility. And things are, as a result of that mobility, things are being pushed down and forward. So if you are a huncher and you know it, then we definitely want to resolve that. But you might not look like a huncher and still lack upper body mobility, and it is pushing things down. So it's really important if you have a prolapse that you determine, and you can ask me how in the questions in the comments, but that you determine how much mobility do you really have in your upper body? How much space is there so that all of this downward pressure is reduced? I will also say that shoulders rolling forwards and being tense is another thing that puts downward pressure. Your shoulders roll forward and the weight of the shoulders on the ribs pushes the ribs down and the ribs push down into the belly and everything pushes down. The prolapse is the organs come deeper down into the vaginal canal. So if this is the finger, this is your finger. So this is your finger, and now let's say for whatever reason your finger is stuck in a bent position. You can keep the finger, so it's like bent and forward. You can keep the finger in this shape and simply slide the joint back. And now again, it looks like you've unbent it to some degree, right? Here, you've done it here, but not everywhere else. And that's what happens when we are slouched forward and all we do is then tighten up this way. You haven't actually changed your posture. You've just taken one tension pattern and turned it into another tension pattern, but you haven't dealt with all the tension. So my finger is here and now I'm shoving my finger back. I still haven't dealt with all of the tension in my finger. And so I'm not gonna show you all the different ways in this short video about how to assess for that, but ask me in the comments and just know that if you are working with a prolapse, either on your own body or a client's body, you want to look at their upper body mobility. Are they hunching? Are their shoulders rolled forwards? And do they have the ability in their spine to truly extend, or are they hiding it by just shoving their bodies up like this? That's it for this video.